institutions. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. You may take your seats. Whereas the Cabinet Secretary for Education has submitted the charters to me with recommendations thereon, and whereas Parliament has approved the establishment of the said Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology and Kenya Medical Research Institute as institutions of strategic national importance in accordance with the requirement of Section 24(1)A of the Universities Act, Cap 210, Laws of Kenya. And whereas I, William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, I am satisfied that the awarding of the charter to the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology as a specialized postgraduate degree awarding institution, focusing on educating highly skilled scientists, engineers, and researchers in electrical, mechanical, electronics, ICT, chemical, civil, and agricultural biotechnology engineering. And whereas I, William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, am also satisfied that the awarding of charter to Kenya Medical Research Institute as a specialized postgraduate degree awarding institution, focusing on educating highly skilled scientists in biosecurity, biodefense, biosurveillance, epidemic intelligence, and national health security. And the two institutions are of strategic national importance. Now, wherefore, by this presence, be it known that in the exercise of the powers conferred upon me by Sections 24(1)A of the Universities Act, I, William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, hereby award the charters annexed hereto to the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology and to the Kenya Medical Research Institute on this 14th day of May in the year of the Lord 2026.
Your Excellency, sir, may I ask you to remain on the floor? And I would like to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Education on your right and the Permanent Secretary for Education, followed by the Chair of the Commission for University Education and the two board members here present to assist in the movement of the instrument. And the people who are supposed to help, please kindly take position. May I then ask that on your left, we have the Council Chair, Professor Emmanuel Mutisia. And the Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Jennifer Hamasi. And the people who are supposed to assist movement of instrument, please take positions on here. And Your Excellency, we will move the instruments of authority just to allow the people who are going to assist in the movement of instruments to get here. We are moving, Your Excellency, beginning with the charter. Your Excellency, that document is the one that is legally establishing the university, taken by the chairman, who hands it over to the acting vice chancellor, and that will be kept in the university. And Your Excellency, what is coming towards you is the maize. This is the instrument that is used to signify that there is an official meeting of the university taking place. It's a bit heavy, Your Excellency, and you can see the symbolism on it, including the flame at the top, and the globe signifies KAIST's commitment to technology and to lighting the world using technology and science. And Your Excellency, the next item coming is the university logo, which is used to help identify the university. And you see at the center is the atom, signifying science and technology, and their tagline, technology for national transformation. Your Excellency, what is coming next is the instrument of authority, the seal, that will be showing that any document coming from KAIST is officially recognized. And Your Excellency, that is taken over by the Vice Chancellor and is kept by the university. And the next document next to you, Your Excellency, coming is the accreditation report. And that is the document that contains the programs that we have approved. It also contains our recommendations for improvement and will be used as a reference point by the Commission for University Education, and that will be kept also by the university. Thank you very much, KAIST. I would like to ask the others to remain on the podium, except from KAIST. Then I would like to ask the Chair, Council for KEMRI to join the podium. Also the Acting DG, Professor Songok, and the people who are also assisting in this process, and will do a similar movement of the instruments, beginning with the charter. And as I just mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, the charter is the legal document that establishes the university. It contains their commitments, vision, mission, their objectives, the programs they will be running, their infrastructure in terms of administration and governance, and that document will be used for reference in the governance of the institution. And that is taken now by the chairman, who hands over to the acting DG, and who then hands it over to the, and that will be kept also by the institution as a reference point. And Your Excellency, now coming towards you is the maize. And it's an interesting one, Your Excellency, as you can see from the very top, the symbolism. I'm told that you can see a sign of signifying health. It's, I'm told, a global item that is used to signify commitment to healing. And that is kept, and also the Kenyan flag, showing that we would like to have commitment to transforming the country and making it globally competitive. Your Excellency, what's coming towards you now is the logo. And the emblem I talked about is right there in the middle. And again, that's going to be used to reference the university. And it will be kept by the university as an item that shows their recognition. Next, Your Excellency, is the seal. And as I mentioned also, the seal will be used to authenticate documents from the universities. You get a certificate from this university with that seal, it's legitimate. And that is taken over by the University Institute Administration, and they will be kept. And Your Excellency, the last item coming is the accreditation report. And just like in the case of KAIST, that document has all the details about the programs we have approved, and the recommendations we have made for improvement, and this will also be used as a reference point by both the Commission for University Education and also by the institution to ensure that they remain aligned to their commitment. Your Excellency, sir, I thank you very much, and I would like to invite you now to take your seat. Thank you very much. It's now my pleasure, Your Excellency, to invite Honorable Nanok to come and continue with the next part of the program.
Your Excellency, sir, kindly permit me to invite Professor Emmanuel Mutisia, Chair of the Council, to make brief acceptance remarks on behalf of KAIST University.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Right Honorable Wo Won Shik, the Speaker of the 22nd National Assembly of the Republic of Korea, CS Julius Migos Ogamba, CS William Kabogo, CS Aden Duale, Principal Secretaries present, members of National Assembly present, members of the Council of the Kenya KAIST, members of the Kenya Medical Research Institute, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks a historic milestone in the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology's journey towards becoming a regional hub for science, technology, innovation, and research. The conferment of this charter is more than a legal recognition. It is the beginning of the fulfillment of a promise we are making to the people of Kenya and the people of the region. Not only a proud moment for the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, but also for all the institutions, partners, and stakeholders represented here today. It is a moment that reflects years of vision, dedication, and collaboration. Your Excellency, sir, the Institute's establishment journey has been deliberate, strategic, and progressive. In 2015, a feasibility study was undertaken to establish the viability and strategic importance of creating a world-class institution dedicated to science, technology, engineering, and innovation. In 2019, 6 milestones were achieved through the development of academic curricula and the approval of the construction of the university facilities, laying academic and physical foundation of the university. In 2022, the Kenya KAIST was formally established as a legal entity, a constituted college of Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, through Kenya Gazette Legal Notice number 130, providing the statutory framework for its operations and growth. In March 2025, the Cabinet passed a resolution establishing the Kenya KAIST as a specialized institution, affirming the government's commitment to its strategic national role. In June 2025, the completion and handover of the university facilities marked yet another major achievement, bringing to life the vision that had been nurtured over many years. Today, Your Excellency, sir, with the conferment of this charter, that vision enters a new chapter. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya KAIST is modeled after the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, whose contribution to the transformation of the Republic of Korea is globally acknowledged. What KAIST did for Korea, Kenya KAIST strives to do for Kenya and for Africa through innovation, industry leadership, and economic growth. On behalf of the Kenya KAIST Council and the Kenya KAIST community, I express our deepest appreciation to all our partners and stakeholders for the support that has made this dream possible. In particular, Your Excellency, sir, we extend our sincere gratitude to KAIST Korea, Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, and the Konza Technopolis Development Authority for their technical expertise, mentorship, and financial support throughout this journey, and for believing in the Kenya KAIST vision. Your Excellency, sir, we also recognize and appreciate the immense contribution of distinguished scholars and leaders, including Professor Pung Siong, Professor So Young Kim, Professor Engineer Paul Kioni, Professor Gituro Wainaina, Professor Mabel Bunga, Professor Walter Wayawa, Professor Coletta Suda, Ambassador Ambassador Mohamed Gello, Professor Demo, PS Sang, among many others, whose leadership helps this institution into what it is becoming today. In a special way, Your Excellency, allow me to recognize the cabinet secretaries and principal secretaries at the Ministry of Information, Communication and the Digital Economy and the Ministry of Education. CS Honorable William Kabogo, Honorable Julius Ogamba, PS Engineer John Tanui, and PS Dr. Beatrice Inyangala for their steadfast commitment and support in the establishment and operationalization of the Kenya KAIST. Whenever we have called on you, you have always stood with us, offering guidance, encouragement at every critical stage of this journey. I kindly invite everyone to join me in giving a warm round of applause to these distinguished scholars and leaders. Your Excellency, sir, we also extend our sincere gratitude to our local and international partners who have helped us and sent us goodwill messages for this historic occasion. These messages are a clear evidence that the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology is part of the regional and global education, research, and innovation ecosystem. Your Excellency, sir, allow me to mention a few of these partners: the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, the International Vaccine Institute, Wuhan Textile University of China, the Kenya National Academy of Sciences, Kenya Biovax Institute, Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, Engineers Board of Kenya, Earth Bank AB from Sweden, Science Foundation for Africa, and the African Development Bank. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the Kenya KAIST is actively building partnerships with industry, academia, and development partners to enrich our programs and sustain a long-term impact. This will ensure that our research does not remain theoretical, but translate into practical innovations, enterprises, and jobs, and solutions that improve the quality of lives. Our dream is to make the Kenya KAIST a continental powerhouse of science innovation by attracting the most brilliant minds to enroll in our programs and recruiting outstanding faculty members and staff. Your Excellency, to ensure that we achieve the vision of the Kenya KAIST, the Council and the management are firm in safeguarding the institution from any form of interference that may compromise its mandate, academic excellence, research integrity, and innovation agenda. I take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to sincerely thank you for finding time to confer this charter upon the Kenya KAIST. This is a strong affirmation of your commitment to education, research, and innovation. I'm equally grateful, Your Excellency, for your unwavering support in the establishment of the Kenya KAIST, including the development of world-class laboratories, modern infrastructure, and cutting-edge equipment that will position the university among leading centers of science and technology. Dear friends, Your Excellency, sir, together we build a premier institution that not only trains the next generation of scientists, engineers, and innovators, but also generates solutions that matter locally, regionally, and globally. I therefore call upon all of us as our partners and stakeholders to continue walking this journey with us as we take this institution to the next level. As the Kenya KAIST, we remain firmly committed to working with all of you in advancing science, technology, innovation, and research as key drivers of national transformation and Africa's prosperity. Your Excellency, sir, dear friends, as I conclude, I take this opportunity to warmly welcome all of you to our state-of-the-art Kenya KAIST main campus in Konza, Technopolis. Thank you very much. May God bless the Kenya KAIST. May God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, kindly also permit me to invite Dr. Abdullahi Ali, Chair of the Council, to make brief acceptance remarks on behalf of KEMRI University.
Your Excellency, sir, Cabinet Secretaries for Health, Education, and ICT, His Excellency Mitsura, Japanese Ambassador, Karibu, Asante, the Speaker of the Parliament of Korea, esteemed partners and collaborators, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The conferment of the Charter to KEMRI marks a major milestone in the growth of health research, scientific training, and innovation. As we have this, most of the things have been mentioned earlier, and you know what KEMRI has done along all this time. I will not belabor reading that speech, but I want to just state a bit, Your Excellency, if you allow me. I want to thank our Waziri, Aden Duale, for supporting us in this, and the Ministry of Health. I want to sincerely appreciate our development partners, collaborators, universities, research institutions across the world who support KEMRI, whose support and partnership have contributed immensely to KEMRI's growth over the years. Your investments, trust, and collaboration continue to strengthen Kenya's scientific ecosystem in research excellence. To the management and staff, scientists, students of KEMRI, this recognition belongs to you. Your commitment, resilience, and professionalism has earned this institution global respect. As a board, we remain committed to strengthening governance and supporting academic excellence. Your Excellency, we receive this charter with humility, gratitude, and a deep sense of responsibility. KEMRI remains committed to advancing science that improves lives, strengthens healthcare systems, and contributes meaningfully to national and global health systems. Your Excellency, I want to just mention people who have sent us goodwill. I will not read the letters, they're here. This is goodwill message from Institute of Tropical Medicine, University of Nagasaki. This one is goodwill message from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Thank you very much. This is goodwill message from National Intelligence and Research University. Thank you very much. This is goodwill message from Africa, Science for Africa. Thank you very much. Last but not least, Your Excellency, I want to mention recognition. I just want to recognize some few individuals here. Mr. Makoto Sinkawa, Chief Representative JICA. Please, just raise your hand. Professor Satoki Kaneko, Dean, Nagasaki University. Dr. Jennifer Scott Gilbert, US CDC, Kenya Representative. Colonel Dr. Shannon Harold Lacey, Director, Walter Reed Institute. Mr. James Andrew Volmick, Executive Director, Wellcome Trust. Professor Edwin Baraza, Executive Director, Kenya KEMRI Wellcome Trust. Dr. Boston Zimba, WHO Representative. Professor Feiko Olaf Ter Kwele, Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine. Professor Joseph Ndungu, Chancellor, JK Kwat. Dr. James Kibrono Kibon, Vice Chancellor, NIRU. Mr. Daniel Ondari Mogeni, Representative, IVI. Professor Samuel Mugai Kariuki, DNDI Africa. Professor Thomas Kariuki, OGW, Chief Executive Officer, Science for Africa Foundation. Dr. Wesley Rono, Chief Executive, BioVax. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, sir, permit me now to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Education to offer his remarks, after which he will humbly invite Your Excellency to address this convergence and the nation.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, allow me to ride on the protocol already established and request your kind permission to call upon my two colleagues, under whose dockets these institutions are going to be domiciled, to make a few remarks. Thereafter, I'll make my very brief remarks and then invite Your Excellency. I'll start with the ICT Minister, Kabogo.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will ride on the protocols established. One is to record our excitement as a ministry. This has been a good week for us because it started with your signing into law the Technopolis Act this week, which, amongst other things, will allow us to roll out concert-type Technopolis in the whole Republic, and we thank you. Secondly, Your Excellency, is what you have done today, conferring a charter on Kenya KAIST, an institution that will fill a void that has been there for need for high-end engineers, and especially on AI and STEM skills, Your Excellency. This now will be a thing of the past. We shall have enough and sufficient engineers, and we thank you for this. It's taken a decade, but now we're here. We thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Excellency. And let me write on the protocol of draft. Your Excellency, KEMRI is 47 years old and is the home of researchers, scientists, and we will welcome you when you retire, because you're a scientist, to come and join the team at KEMRI. But what is KEMRI, Your Excellency? KEMRI is part of universal health coverage. And KEMRI, Your Excellency, if you go today, you'll find the best, the latest polio labs in our region. In KEMRI, we have the highest level of biosecurity labs in our region. In KEMRI, Your Excellency, is where through JICA, through working with WHO, through working with Africa CDC, through working with Walter Reed and US CDC, have become one of the best regional hubs in terms of innovation, diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines production. And today is a great day, Your Excellency, that under your administration, you have given us a charter. And the charter of KEMRI, Your Excellency, will only be for graduate school, for postgraduate school, so that we maintain the standard of the researchers. There are thousands of researchers at KEMRI who, through their own initiatives and partnership with other research institutions, create a pool of resources that will help our country. Thank you from the Ministry of Health, and I'm sure it will go into history that as a president and as a scientist, some of us, we are not scientists, we will not have the opportunity to get a job at KEMRI when we retire. But Your Excellency, I have already told the Vice Chancellor that you will have a candidate, a researcher, after 2032.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, I'm honored to join you here today on this occasion of award of charter to the two institutions that sit at the very center of Kenya's knowledge transformation agenda. Today's event is about consolidating Kenya's deliberate policy shift towards specialized, research-driven, and innovation-led higher education. Your Excellency, allow me to briefly situate this moment within the broader reforms undertaking in the country in the higher education sector. Under your leadership, Your Excellency, Kenya is undergoing a structured transition from traditional academic expansion to purpose-driven university specialization. This means moving away from generalist models towards institutions with clearly defined national mandates in science, technology, health, and innovation. Currently, Kenya has 86 accredited universities, 3 of which are specialized degree awarding institutions. This reflects a deliberate effort to balance broad access to higher education with targeted centers of excellence that advance the country's strategic development priorities. Our universities are increasingly becoming engines of applied research and innovation. We are witnessing growing output in areas such as renewable energy systems, biotechnology applications, digital innovation, and climate-smart agriculture. However, the policy emphasis is now not only on research output, but also on research utilization and commercialization. Through stronger university-industry linkages, we are working to ensure that innovation does not remain theoretical. It must translate into enterprise, intellectual property, and economic value. Your Excellency, as we expand specialized institutions, we are also ensuring that access to higher education remains inclusive and equitable. In this regard, we are investing in digital learning infrastructure, open distance learning platforms, and targeted scholarship schemes to ensure that no qualified Kenyan is left behind due to geographically or economic circumstances. We are also strengthening digital integration across universities to support blended learning, research collaboration, and global academic connectivity. KAIST and KEMRI represent a new generation of public qualitative graduate universities with highly specialized mandates. The academic structure of these two institutions are deliberately focused on training and advanced research in fields that are critical to Kenya's future competitiveness. In sum, therefore, Your Excellency, today marks a major milestone in strengthening of Kenya's knowledge ecosystem. Together, these two institutions represent a coordinated national strategy to ensure that Kenya is not only a consumer of global knowledge systems, but an active producer and exporter of innovation, science, and technology solutions. Your Excellency, before I invite you to give your brief remarks, may I call upon the Speaker of the Korean Parliament to give brief remarks during this occasion. Your Excellency, Speaker.
존경하는 윌리엄 루토 대통령님, 윌리엄 카보코 ICT부 장관님, 임마누엘 무티시아 케냐 과학기술원 이사장님을 비롯해서 각부 장관님들 그리고 기관장님 여러분들, 오늘 케냐 과학기술원 개교식을 진심으로 축하드립니다.
Your Excellency William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable William Kabogo, Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communications, and Digital Economy, and Professor Emmanuel Mutishia, the Chair of the Council of the KAIST, and Cabinet Secretaries and Principal Secretaries and representatives of institutions, distinguished guests. Let me extend my heartfelt congratulations on the opening of the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology.
저는 이 개교식을 진심으로 축하드리기 위해서 한국에서 국회 대표단과 함께 온 대한민국 국회의장 우원식 국회의장입니다.
I have led a 5-member delegation of members of the National Assembly to express my heartfelt congratulations in person on this award of charter ceremony. My name is Woo Won-sik, Speaker of the National Assembly.
우리 국회 대표단 여러분 다 함께 일어나고
Please,
있습니다.
the members of the National Assembly, please rise up.
함께 온 국회 대표단들입니다.
They are members of the National Assembly.
오늘 개교하는 케냐 과학기술원은 단순한 교육기관의 출범을 넘어서 대한민국과 케냐 양국 간의 깊은 신뢰와 미래지향적 파트너십을 보여주는 대표적인 협력 사업입니다.
The opening of Kenya KAIST is not a mere launch of an educational institution. It is a major achievement of our flagship cooperation project that shows our deep trust and future-oriented partnership.
한국의 발전 경험 그리고 과학기술 역량과 케냐의 젊고 역동적인 잠재력이 만나서 오늘의 뜻깊은 결실을 맺게 되었습니다.
Korea's development experience and its scientific and technological capabilities have met with the tremendous potential marked by youth and dynamism of Kenya, resulting in this significant outcome.
특히 케냐의 미래 혁신 도시이자 아프리카의 실리콘 사바나로 불리우는 콘자 테크노폴리스의 케냐 과학기술원이 자리 잡게 된 것은 그 의미가 참 남다릅니다.
I think it is particularly meaningful that Kenya KAIST has found its home at Konza Technopolis, a city of the future and innovation, and it is also a place called Silicon Savannah of Africa.
오늘날 과학기술은 한 국가의 산업 경쟁력을 뛰어넘어서 국가 안보와 미래 그리고 국민의 삶을 좌우하는 핵심 동력입니다. 이를 위해 케냐 과학기술원에는 전기 및 전자공학 등 6개의 핵심 공학 분야의 학과가 개설됩니다.
Today, a nation's capacity and capabilities in science and technology not only defines a nation's industrial competitiveness, it is also a key driver that determines a nation's security, future, and the livelihoods of its citizens. To this end, Kenya KAIST will open 6 key engineering programs, including electric and electronic engineering.
한국과학기술원 카이스트의 모델이 해외로 수출된 최초의 사례인 이곳 케냐 과학기술원은 대한민국과 카이스트가 더 크게 관심과 애정을 갖고 이 사업을 진행해 왔습니다.
This is the first case of Korea exporting its model of a specialized premier educational institution, also known as KAIST. We share the same acronym. That is why the Korean government and KAIST have a deep interest and affection for the development of this institution.
오늘 개교하는 케냐 과학기술원은 앞으로 케냐가 필요로 하는 최고급 과학기술 인재와 엔지니어를 체계적으로 양성하고 지역사회와 국가가 직면한 다양한 문제를 해결하는 아프리카 대륙의 혁신의 거점이 될 것입니다.
Kenya KAIST will provide a systematic education to train high-caliber talent, including scientists and engineers. It will also serve as a strategic hub of innovation in Africa that addresses challenges facing regional communities and nations.
이곳에서 배출될 젊은 연구자와 기술 인재들은 케냐의 산업 발전을 이끌고 나아가 아프리카 대륙의 지속 가능한 성장과 공동 번영에 선구자적 역할을 할 것이라 확신합니다.
I am confident that the talent that this institution will produce, young researchers, scientists, and engineers, they will not only lead the industrial development of your great country, but also they will serve as trailblazers, contributing to the sustainable growth and shared prosperity of the African continent.
과거 대한민국 역시 극심한 전쟁의 폐허와 빈곤 속에서 출발했습니다. 그러나 교육에 대한 아낌없는 투자와 과학기술 인재 양성을 통해 가장 가난한 국가에서 오늘날 세계 10대 경제 대국으로 도약하여 산업 발전과 경제 성장을 이룩할 수 있었습니다.
As you are well aware, Korea had a very humble beginning from the complete devastation of the Korean War and in deep poverty. However, a heavy investment in education, particularly in the disciplines of science and technology, has led us to rise from one of the world's poorest nations to one of the top 10 economies of the world, achieving industrial development and economic growth.
그 기적의 역사 한가운데에는 한국과학기술원과 같은 과학기술 중심 교육기관이 국가 발전의 튼튼한 기반으로 자리하고 있었습니다.
Right in the heart of this miraculous story lie the educational institutions like KAIST, providing a solid foundation for nations' development.
루토 대통령님께서도 케냐가 인류 경제 국가로 변모해 가는 데 있어서 한국과 같은 아시아 국가들의 사례를 벤치마킹해야 한다고 말씀하고 계시다고 듣고 있습니다.
I understand President Ruto has reiterated the need for Kenya to benchmark development experiences of Asian countries as Kenya seeks to transform itself into a first world economy.
대한민국은 앞으로 케냐가 눈부시고 아름다운 미래를 건설해 나갈 수 있도록 우리의 발전 경험을 적극적으로 공유해 나가면서 과학기술 협력을 해 나갈 것입니다.
The Republic of Korea will continue to share our development experience and strengthen cooperation in science and technology to support Kenya on its great journey toward a brilliant and magnificent development.
사랑스러운 케냐 국민 여러분, 그리고 내외 귀빈 여러분, 한국과 케냐는 지리적으로 멀리 떨어져 있지만 인구 규모와 대통령제 등 비슷한 정치 체제, 과거의 식민지 경험, 국민들의 뜨거운 교육열과 근면함, 그리고 해양 국가라고 하는 점 등 놀랍도록 많은 유사점을 공유하고 있습니다.
Honorable and proud citizens of Kenya, despite the great geographical distance, Korea and Kenya have many things in common, including population size, political system like the presidential system, and past colonialization experience, and people's high fervor for education and work ethic and maritime nations.
대한민국은 이러한 깊은 공감대와 유사점을 바탕으로 앞으로 케냐의 가장 튼튼한 파트너가 될 것입니다. 과학기술, 교육, 디지털 혁신 분야에서 양국 간의 협력을 더욱 지혜롭게 확대시켜 나갈 것입니다.
Building on these deep bonds and similarities, Korea will continue to remain as Kenya's most trustworthy partner. We will continue to strengthen cooperation, especially in sectors like science and technology, education, and digital innovation.
오늘 케냐 과학기술원의 개교가 양국 협력의 새로운 장을 활짝 여는 출발점이 되기를 기대합니다.
I hope that the award of charter ceremony that's taking place today offers an auspicious beginning for our two countries, opening up a new chapter for our bilateral cooperation.
네, 다시 한번 케냐 과학기술원의 개교를 진심으로 축하드리며 앞으로 이곳이 케냐와 아프리카의 미래를 밝히는 혁신 인재 양성의 위대한 산실로 크게 발전해 나갈 수 있도록 양국이 함께 노력해 나가기를 희망합니다.
Once again, I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations on the opening of this great institution. And I hope that we can continue to work together to develop this institution into a birthplace of innovative leaders that brighten up the future of Kenya and the continent of Africa.
사파리 니 하투아라는 말처럼 오늘 케냐 과학기술원이 내딛는 이 위대한 발걸음이 케냐와 아프리카의 미래를 밝히는 혁신 인재 양성의 찬란한 여정으로 이어지기를 진심으로 기원합니다.
I would like to cite one Kiswahili proverb, Safari ni hatua, which means even a great journey starts with a single step. I sincerely hope that this a single but giant step we take together with the opening of this institution will lead us on a brilliant journey that drives the future of Kenya and the continent of Africa.
대한민국이 그 여정에 끝까지 함께하겠습니다. 투코 파모자.
We will stay together until the end of this journey. Tuko Pamoja, we are together.
감사합니다. 아산테 사나.
Asante sana.
Asante sana, and thank you very much indeed, Safari Niatua. Congratulations, KAIST. Congratulations, KEMRI. It's now my humble pleasure to invite Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, to make your remarks. Kindly be upstanding.
Thank you very much. Again, let's take our seats. Mr. Speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, no nation has ever become prosperous, industrialized, or globally competitive without investing deliberately in science, research, technology, innovation, and the human capital of its people. The United States of America did not become a technological superpower by chance. It invested purposefully in great research universities such as Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Stanford, Johns Hopkins, and Berkeley. These institutions produced the scientists, engineers, doctors, innovators, and discoveries that transformed the American economy and reshaped the modern world. The Republic of Korea, our highly esteemed partner in this journey, invested in science and engineering and transformed itself within a generation from poverty into one of the world's leading industrial economies. And the Honorable Speaker here, in his own words, has told us as much. It is the reason former South Korean President Park Chung-hee once said, "Science and technology are the engines of national development." And he was right. If Kenya is to transform into a first world economy within our lifetime, then we too must and keep making bold strategic investments in science, research, technology, innovation, and the full potential of our people will be realized. That is why today's ceremony is consequential and important. Our gathering here is about far more than the wording of charters to two institutions. We are laying two strategic pillars upon which Kenya's future, prosperity and resilience, and global competitiveness will stand. One institution will help protect the health and survival of our people. The other will help drive the technological and industrial transformation of our economy. One will help Kenya fight disease. The other will help Kenya compete in the industries of the future. Together, the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, KAIST, and the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, represent the architecture of a modern, innovative, resilient, and knowledge-driven nation. Distinguished guests, the global economy is undergoing profound transformation in many fields: biotechnology, robotics, advanced manufacturing, climate science, semiconductor physics, and digital systems are rapidly redefining competitiveness, productivity, and power. Artificial intelligence alone is projected to contribute more than $15 trillion to the global economy by the next 2 years. The nations that will lead tomorrow are investing heavily today in science, engineering, research, and advanced skills. Kenya will not stand outside this transformation. We must and we will lead within it. As Africa, including Kenya, we must transition from being merely consumers of global knowledge and technology to becoming creators of new knowledge, drivers of new innovations, and producers of transformative solutions for not just our consumption, but for export to elsewhere in the world. That is why an institution like the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology and KEMRI matters. It is a strategic national investment deliberately designed to power Kenya's industrial technological future. We are proud that this institution is being developed in partnership with the Republic of Korea, whose own development trajectory and story remains one of the most remarkable transformations in modern history. It is institutions such as Kenya Advanced Institute of Technology that produces the talent, the innovation, and the science that build global industrial leaders in business like Samsung, Hyundai, LG, and SK Groups in the Republic of Korea. The Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology will focus on artificial intelligence, robotics, digital technologies, smart manufacturing, renewable energy, biotechnology, climate innovation, and semiconductor physics, and advanced engineering. And as has been said here, it will take students beginning with postgraduates at the master's level. We will not have undergraduate students at KAIST. We will not also have undergraduate students at KEMRI. These will be institutions that will pick up students who have already excelled in their field at the undergraduate level. Because it is our intention to develop high caliber professionals to be able to create new knowledge for our nation in the different fields and drive the technology that we have been consuming from other nations. We begin to become creators and producers of that technology for our own consumption and for sharing with the rest of the global community. Through institutions such as this, Kenya will become a creator of transformative technologies that will shape industries, solve national and global challenges, and influence the future of the world in the years to come. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, investing in medical research, disease surveillance, vaccine development, and strong health systems is more than a public health imperative. It is a national development strategy. And this is where institutions like KEMRI become very vital. I know the CS for Health has said that I consider taking up research at this great institution. And it is true, some of my classmates already joined KEMRI after we graduated. And I would be very happy to join some of my classmates that are there. But let me say this, I am very happy that finally a great institution like KEMRI has been now elevated to a level where they can produce more scientists, they can create new knowledge in the space that is relevant to the health of the nation. I am going to tell the people both at KEMRI and KAIST that I am already developing a lab in my farm. Yes, I have gotten some equipment which is on its way for a lab at my farm, because I believe the future of a nation is on making sure that research become front and center of everything that we are doing, so that we not only keep on improving on the knowledge and the experience, but we also begin to share new knowledge with others. The COVID-19 pandemic taught the world a painful but important lesson. Health security is national security. Countries with strong scientific institutions respond faster, adapt faster, and recover faster. Kenya, through KEMRI, demonstrated remarkable scientific leadership as it contributed significantly to diagnostics, genomic sequencing, surveillance systems, and public health response mechanisms that strengthened our national resilience. Many Kenyans may not know, a simple institution, but very, very significant and consequential, called KEMRI, became among the very few institutions in the world in less than 10 countries in the world, one of the institutions that participated in the development of vaccines and genomics that eventually informed how we dealt with COVID-19. One of those institutions was KEMRI. And so it is befitting that today we recognize KEMRI through the word of charter as an institution as a university of science. And I want to thank Parliament for taking the steps, Parliament, and recognizing there is need for us to have strategic universities. And I'm happy that in my tenure, we have now chartered 3 strategic universities to develop the highest professional persons to help us drive our development. For decades, KEMRI researchers have equally contributed globally recognized work in malaria, HIV, tuberculosis, maternal health, and epidemic response. This institution has also played an important role in the development and evaluation of the malaria vaccine, now protecting children across high-burden regions. This is the impact we are determined to accelerate and scale up by making KEMRI a specialized degree awarding institution. We are also building the capacity to train world-class biomedical scientists, epidemiologists. I remember one of my classmates became a very central figure on epidemiology research at KEMRI. Is going to also undertake genomic researchers development, public health experts, and innovators who will not just act or react to disease outbreaks, but will have the requisite capacity, skills, and technology to anticipate and prevent them. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to become producers of our own technologies, generators of our own knowledge, and a nation that adds value to what we produce, what we mine, what we grow. And then we must deliberately, intentionally, and strategically strengthen our capacity for research, science, and innovation if we have to move ourselves to the next level. That is why this administration established a dedicated State Department for Science, Research, and Innovation to scale up science, technology, and engineering and mathematics education across our country, strengthen innovation systems, deepen scientific research, and develop a new generation of highly skilled professionals in engineering, science, technology, and applied science. Professor Shaukat here, who was a very senior person at the International Atomic Agency, has taken up the responsibility as principal secretary, and I have asked him to coordinate, consolidate, and also provide momentum for all research across all sectors. We are going to, as I have said in the past, we're going to provide additional resources. We're going to consolidate all our resources in making sure that research across all fields is coordinated and is made to produce new knowledge, but also to produce better professionals. We all know that there is no nation that can grow beyond its capacity to think. You know, that is it. And we want to incubate professionals who can then develop the knowledge that we can use to drive our own transformation. You have heard clearly what the speaker has said here, that Korea, which was a poor country, and they have said it in their own words, a pure country in this generation, today it is among the 10 best economies in the world. If Korea could do it, Kenya can do it. Honestly, Kenya can do it. And you see, I have been deliberate. The speaker here has just told me in my other meeting with him that I have been to Korea twice in my presidency. And I didn't go there as a tourist. I went there because we must benchmark with the best. Korea was exactly where we've been. And there is absolutely no reason why we cannot be where they are. And part of our journey going there is the reason why we are setting up these strategic universities the same way they invested heavily in education, is the reason why today we are also investing heavily in education and in research, science, and technology. I have invited the Prime Minister of Singapore to come to Kenya, and he was here. I have invited the Prime Minister of Malaysia to come to Kenya, and he was here. I have been personally to South Korea. These are not random visits. These are strategic engagements that will support and consolidate and focus our own transformation as a nation. Often, we compare ourselves with those who have not done well. We must stop comparing ourselves with those who have not done well. We must compare ourselves with the best. And I will repeat again on this occasion, as the people of this great nation, I am very happy that we are beginning to believe in ourselves. We are beginning to show and to know that we can do it ourselves. So, we are backing our commitment with our resources. We are determined to fully operationalize the national target of allocating at least 2% of our GDP to research and development. This will unlock billions annually for research, innovation, and science. And I have asked the Prime Cabinet Secretary, where we have located the Department of Research, Science, Innovation, and Technology, to make sure that we bring all our energies, all our resources, and all our thoughts. And I hope, Professor, you have had the initial meeting with all the research institutions so that we can consolidate that place. Our ambition, however, goes even further. Over the next decade, we aim to grow this national research ecosystem, including the National Research Fund, because we are deliberate and intentional in our commitment to making science, innovation, and technology the central pillars of Kenya's transformation agenda. Already, when we had the education forum, 60% of our pupils are now transitioning to STEM subjects. 60%. And we have created deliberate pathways for our students, those in the STEM subjects, those in the arts space, and the rest in the sports. So we are making sure that all our students have the best opportunity to be what they can do. As we advance our national investment in science, technology, research, and innovation, I expect stronger coordination and greater synergy among all research institutions under the State Department of Science, Research, and Technology. We must build a strong research ecosystem with synergies, creating centers of excellence in various clusters. We must build capacity and capabilities across board to reduce conflicts and to produce high caliber human resources to help us on the trajectory that we are headed to a first world economy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, today we are more than awarding charters or elevating these two institutions into specialized degree awarding centers. We are actualizing and progressing a national vision for a transformed Kenya. I want to say on this occasion, I am very proud that as a nation, we are making steps and heading in the right direction. The presence of the Speaker of the National Assembly of Korea is not by accident on this occasion. It's not by default. It's not random. It's deliberate because we are taking concrete steps going forward. Yesterday, I met the Director General of Vaccine Institute, International Vaccine Institute. I saw him somewhere here, this good gentleman here. Because when I was in Korea, among the places I visited was the headquarters of the IVI. And they are setting up an office in Kenya. And it is because we want to collaborate, it's because we want to participate in high-level research. And KEMRI is going to provide the ecosystem for our engagement with the IVI. Because we must, as I have said, consolidate our place. We are a great country, and we can be greater if we take the right steps. Allow me finally to congratulate Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology and Kenya Medical Research Institute on this historic milestone in our nation's transformation journey. Congratulations, KEMRI. Congratulations, KAIST. This is a very proud moment for us as a nation. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.
Wonderful. Your Excellency, will seek your indulgence for some photos, so I'll request that we take our seats, please, briefly. As I invite the following to the right of His Excellency, allow me to invite the CS and PS Education.